Ash Mufarah came on Monday and talked to the founding members of ONPASSIVE in one of the webinars that we do. And it was extremely powerful. It's more powerful than anything I've heard in the last 3 years. And it really was something that many of us have been waiting for Ash to come out and say what he had to say. And I'm going to go over some of the things that Ash talked about. It's just going to blow you away. But before I do that, I want to talk about Ash Mufarah just for a second. You know, there's a term that I absolutely love, and that term is world beater. And what a world beater means, it's an individual that is the best in their field. They are champions. And Ash Mufarah is a world-class world beater. I mean, he is so dynamic in what he does. And when we look at ONPASSIVE, when we look at what Ash has done, when we see what's happened over the last 3 years, not only is he a world beater, but he has no competition. And this wasn't done on purpose. Ash didn't come in with the intent to put people out of business or to denigrate other companies, anything like that. It's just who he is, what he's done. Because he's honest, clean, and ethical, and that's the way ONPASSIVE has been built. What is about to happen for all of us, those founding members at ONPASSIVE, is going to be extraordinary. So when I think about Ash Mufarah, I think about the world beater, and he is a world-class world beater. There's nothing else out there that even compares to what Ash has done. And champion, it's the right world, and that's the definition of a world beater. They are champions. So let's get into what Ash Mufarah shared with us Monday. And I want to start with something that some people will love, some people won't. Personally, I absolutely loved it. And again, it's something I had been waiting for. Ash Mufarah has released the hounds, okay? And for those individuals that think they can be anything other than honest, clean, and ethical, they have another thing coming. And they're in for a very, very big surprise. And I'll give you an example of what I mean. I saw a couple of people that Ash took care of, okay? And these individuals, before Ash got involved and he released the hounds, they were very, very vociferous negatively about ONPASSIVE. And Ash took care of it. And I never saw a few individuals go from yelling from the rooftop to disappearing. That's what happened. Now, if you are a founding member and you're doing everything right, and we always try and do the right thing all the time. If you're that individual, it doesn't matter if you've made a few mistakes here and there. That's not what Ash is looking for. But if you're a founding member and you're trying to do the right thing, you're fine, guys. You're absolutely fine. And I believe that's 97% of the people in ONPASSIVE, maybe even more than that. So you don't have anything to worry about. But flat out, and Ash told us this right up front, the hounds have been released. Now, he used different words, but those are my words. You can read into it what you know they mean. And all the founding members moving forward, and it's not even moving forward. This is from day one, because Ash has a very long memory. He's like an elephant. He doesn't forget anything. If you weren't honest, clean, and ethical, you got a problem. You probably shouldn't sleep very well at night, because if it reaches that level, where the hounds start to knock at your door, yeah, you're going to have a really, really tough day. So the first thing Ash talked about was releasing the hounds, cleaning up some of those areas in ONPASSIVE that aren't pleasant. But ONPASSIVE today, it is a multi-billion-dollar company, and Ash flat out told us we cannot accept what these individuals are doing, trying to denigrate ONPASSIVE. It's just not going to happen. So, number one, the hounds have been released, okay? Now we get into the fun stuff, although I thought that was absolutely awesome. Marty, Dan, and I, Mike Ellis, by the way, Marty, Dan, and I, they're my partners online. We've always tried to leverage everything we do. Why? Because it cuts time frames. It gets us to that place where we want to get to quicker. Okay. Ash Mufarah came on and he talked about the global launch of ONPASSIVE. Yeah, that's very exciting. The global launch of ONPASSIVE and cutting time frames. He is really compressing everything right now. And although we might have had an idea of how that process was going to pan out, the global launch of ONPASSIVE, it has changed. And he is compressing everything. And what that means is we're very, very close to the global launch of ONPASSIVE. Now, Ash, he did give us a time frame, okay? I don't do that anymore. I don't give dates. I don't give time frames. But I'll tell you, the founding position that people can come in and participate in ONPASSIVE with, that door is closing very, very rapidly. And when that door is closed, you will not be able to become a founding member. So when we look at what Ash is doing, he's compressing everything, he's cutting time frames, and he brought up that word again that I absolutely love. He brought up the word selling. And obviously, when we go into the global launch of ONPASSIVE, you have to sell something. Well, what's he going to sell? Products? Independent resellers? He didn't talk about that specifically, but it's pretty easy to read between the lines. He's going to go into the global launch, cut time frames, get there very, very quickly, and start selling. What does that do for you and I? Well, obviously, the apples start flowing. Again, this was so cool what Ash did Monday. And again, it's something we were all looking to hear. We want the apples to flow, okay? Absolutely. And when the apples start to flow, we just go into another stage financially. And that's a really, really good place to be. So the founding members are in a really, really great position. And I want to talk about the founders, you and I, just very, very quickly. I have founders come to me, even after they watched the video that Ash did Monday. And Ash talked a lot about value. And the founding members come to me and say, well, there is no value there. I haven't earned any apples yet, money. So there is no value. And I look at them and I just can't fathom that. They haven't been listening. They haven't been listening to Ash. They haven't been listening to Marty. They haven't been listening to Dan and I. There is so much value in ONPASSIVE, and I'm going to give you an example of that, okay? As we look at the founding position, okay? Now, Marty, Dan, and I, we knew this 2 years ago. It's why we got so excited about ONPASSIVE. But when you look at the founding position today, and Ash is always stacking the cool, as he puts it, and you look at all the products that we can see in our back office, okay? We have the privilege to come in and review those products. Okay? How many companies that are billion dollar companies let anybody in to review the products that they're going to be launching to the world? How many? Zero. Absolutely zero. We get to come in and review these products, okay? And you can take any one of those products, and here's what I'll tell you. You can take any one of those products, I can take any one of those products, and I can turn one product into a multi-million-dollar business, okay? This is what Ash is giving us. This is the value that Ash is giving us. And there's even more than that, but this alone, I mean, $97, are you kidding me? I get to review these products, and I know any one of these products will make me a multi-millionaire. And why do I say that? Why do I say that? All the products that Ash and his team have made, all the AI IT products ONPASSIVE has made, they're superior, better than anything out there, better technology, cutting edge technology at a lower price point. Customers, as they look at that, will come in, they will flock in. Everybody loves to get something better at a lower price. It's as simple as that. So when you look at these products, you're not just looking at the products of ONPASSIVE, you're looking at multi-million-dollar businesses, each and every one of them. And the thing about it is, I can come in and I can create a multi-million-dollar business with any of these products. And I know what you're saying. I already know what you're saying. Well, that's you. You've been doing this 12 years. And I mean, of course you can do that, but I can't do that. I just came in. I don't know how to market. I don't know how to do any of this. Right? Right? You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. Any one of you could take this product, take any one of these products and market it and build a multi-million-dollar business. Maybe I say it's a $100,000 business a year annually. That would be enough, but it is a multi-million-dollar business. Why? It's because Ash Mufarah has put all the tools in front of us in order for us to build something, to put it and get it out in front of the customers that are in the world, the global world, 5 billion customers. How are they going to do that? We have a traffic source. That's the hardest thing you'll ever understand how to do, is drive traffic. Okay? ONPASSIVE gives us the ability to do all of that, but it's better than that. These products are so good. Once you get your face out there, once you get your marketing out there, all of a sudden you become the hunted. It's not that you're going out there and you have to bring people in. People are hunting you down. That's a really, really good place to be. I've been there a couple of times in my life, and it is just awesome when people just crowd into you because of what you're doing, because of what you have, and they want what you have. That's what's going to happen with ONPASSIVE. So when you look at the value, the founder's value in ONPASSIVE, it is massive, guys. That's one part of the value that Ash Mufarah has brought to us. Ash Mufarah has already given us all the value we deserve. We do not deserve another thing, period. When I look at ONPASSIVE, when I look at myself, ONPASSIVE owes me nothing. They've given me so much already that I don't deserve anything else. Now, does it in there? No, it doesn't. ONPASSIVE is still a 100% automated marketing platform. It's an automated business. That's what Ash is going to be doing for us. Again, Ash is just going to stack the cool. And as he does that, you are going to benefit it. We all are going to benefit from it. So I thought it was very, very intriguing when Ash talked about the founder's position, the value of the founder position. And he didn't have to convince me. I already knew. And many, many founders do too. But if you're one of those individuals that doesn't understand the value that Ash Mufarah has brought to the founding members to date, that $97 we paid to become a founding member, forget it. I've gotten tens of thousands of dollars of value from the founder's position, their back office, and what Ash has given us already. Doesn't include what's coming. I've already got that value. So as you look at the value of the founding position, understand what you guys have. It is massive. It is awesome. And it's just going to get better from there. Ash talked about another thing, and I had to laugh at this. Absolutely loved it, but I had to laugh at it. Ash came out, and he talked about the marketing campaigns. And again, those marketing campaigns are very, very close. What does that tell you? Well, if we go into the marketing campaign, obviously, we have to go into the global launch, the initial global launch, because Ash and his team are going to start selling things. And that's the word he used. He said, I'm going to start selling things. And he said, you know, I'm really excited about flexing my marketing muscles. And I had to howl. And he had a couple of jokes with that, but I thought it was just hilarious, but very, very powerful. Ash is ready to get into the marketing mode. It is another stage of ONPASSIVE. It is a stage that Ash Mufarah absolutely loves. And when he said he wanted to flex his marketing muscles, I thought of Mr. Universe, you know, the strongest man in the world, posing up on the stage. Just, you know, you look at him and you go, oh my goodness, how can you even do that? And I thought about Mr. Universe and Ash Mufarah flexing his marketing muscles. And then I thought about Mr. Universe. And Ash Mufarah is going to make Mr. Universe look like a peon. I mean, literally, just a little wimp. What Ash is going to be doing with his marketing campaigns is going to be extraordinary. And he talked about the first campaigns that he's going to be launching, that they're going to be getting in front of tens of millions of people initially, and then it just grows from there. And again, this is one of those things where you can leverage and cut time frames. And as Ash starts his marketing campaigns, gets AI involved, artificial intelligence, those campaigns will be scalable, and they will escalate, and they will cut time frames. What does that do for you and I? It cuts our time frames. Ash Mufarah, everything he's doing is going to benefit us as founding members. This is such a cool time in ONPASSIVE. Yes, we're going into a different phase, but it's a phase that we've all been waiting for. We've all been looking for. And last Monday when Ash talked to us, man, he didn't hold anything back. That's why it's really, really difficult for me to give the whole magnitude of what he said. It was so big, so massive, I literally had to stop and think about it for a couple of days. Other founders have come out and given updates on what Ash said, but I had to think about it for a while, because when I started to think about it, my mind just exploded. Every thought, every dream, every expectation that I had with ONPASSIVE, and mine are very, very large, were not only shattered, they were made so much bigger because of what Ash said Monday. We are so close to that point. Now, again, Ash did talk about time frames. I can tell you we're very, very close. I'm not going to give you a date. I'm not going to give you a time frame. I told you on the last video I don't do that. But as we look at, like the last video I did, I talked about going that last mile, right? Yeah. Very, very difficult to do. Very, very difficult to get through that last mile. And then I look at Ash Mufarah, and it's not arduous for Ash. Sorry about that, guys. He's sprinting that last mile. He is getting through that so quickly right now. It just makes your mind spin. And that's why everybody here can get very, very excited where we're at, where we're going, and how close we are. Now, the last thing I want to talk about are the products of ONPASSIVE. And I'm not talking about the AI products or the IT products, okay? Artificial intelligence, informational technology products. Because it takes ONPASSIVE from here, way, way up there, to out of the screen. That's how good it is. Ash Mufarah talked about the founding position. He talked about his obligations he had for us. He talked about giving us the value that he said he was going to give us. He has done all that. He has done everything he said for the founding members of ONPASSIVE. Okay. Now, he had to do that before he talked about the next phase, because he had to meet his obligations that he made with us, and he has. That's a done deal. So as we go into the global launch and the founding position is closed, what happens? Yeah, the apples start flowing. He starts marketing AI IT products. Everything starts flowing. It gets really, really good. What else happens? Okay. Ash could not really talk about the other products that he's been working on for a very, very long time, because he was obligated to us as founding members to do what he said he was going to do. That's done. It's a done deal. ONPASSIVE today is a done deal. It's done, guys. We're there. And he brought up the other products that he has developed and is developing. Okay, this will blow your mind. Okay, Ash Mufarah has no obligation to share any of those other products with the founding members. Okay, has no obligation. These are outside the founding members. This is stuff he's done outside the founding member position and what he promised to us. Okay, but he talked about that a little bit. And it wasn't hard to understand and gauge the magnitude of what he talked about. He said, yes, we are working with other products. Yes, these products are superior. Yes, they are. A lot of these products are handheld products. They're products you can feel, touch, all that stuff. Yes, these products are cutting edge technology. Yes, these products are better than anything out there. Yes, these products are at a lower price point. Okay? He doesn't have to share any of that with us. And he said there's a lot of them. There's not just 5 or 10. There's a lot of them. And he will continue to develop those. But he doesn't have to share any of this with the founding members of ONPASSIVE. Not a one of them. Because it's outside the scope of the founding position and what he promised us. Okay? He said that's not how it's going to work. I am going to share the amount of wealth that's going to be coming in with these products with the founding members, those individuals participating with ONPASSIVE. I heard that and I almost fell off my chair. I really did. This is beyond and above what Ash Mufarah ever promised us. It is above and beyond what we thought ONPASSIVE was going to bring to the table. Some of these products that Ash is working on are bigger than anything we've seen in ONPASSIVE. Now imagine that. Imagine that. If you know what ONPASSIVE is, if you know what they're bringing to the table, you know how large it is, and the products that he's working on now are bigger. One product could be bigger than all of ONPASSIVE. Where are we? Where are we going? If you're worried about apples, don't worry anymore. You don't need to. All it does is put you in a bad mood, and you don't need to be in a bad mood. We are in a position with Ash Mufarah, with ONPASSIVE, all the founding members, to go places that no one else in the world has gone. ONPASSIVE is going to be doing things in the world. And I'm not overstating this, guys. I'm really not. I know what's coming. I know what Ash is doing. ONPASSIVE is going to be doing things in the world that no other company has ever done. And when you do, Ash said this, when you do extraordinary things that no other company has ever done, where does that take you? It takes you to a place where the amount of wealth that's going to be coming in is more than any other company in the world. Now, Ash's thought, not his thought, this is what he's going to do, is to share the wealth, not only with you and I as founding members, but with the world. He is not a man that wants to be the richest person in the world. That's not where he comes from. He comes from a good heart, clean, ethical, honest. And as you look at Ash Mufarah, he wants to change the world in very, very good ways, and he wants us to participate with him. And we're going to have that opportunity because our tanks are going to be filled. We're going to have plenty of abundance, and we're going to be able to make a difference with Ash. So Monday was absolutely extraordinary. When I listened to it, the first term that came into my mind was world beater. And I've never seen a world beater like Ash Mufarah. It is going to be so fun moving forward into the global launch and watching all of this come into fruition. So that's a quick review on what Ash said. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, go down below, subscribe, click the bell on the right, and you'll get notifications as I do more videos. As you can tell, in the next week, the next weeks coming out, Ash is going to be sharing with us a tremendous amount of information. As he does that, I'll come in, do more videos. You don't want to miss this. Come on in, engage, as Marty talked about on his last live, and get ready. Not only is your life going to change, but I think the world's going to change because of what Ash and his team have done. Very, very cool stuff. And from there, I'll absolutely see you on the inside. Take care. Bye.